We'll show you a quick demonstration of the threading process first, then we'll show you again more slowly. To thread the machine, first raise the presser foot lifter and raise the needle to its highest position until the take-up is visible. Place the thread spool and spool cap on the machine. Snap the thread into this guide. Bring the thread around this guide, then through the pre-tension spring. Follow the arrow markings down, around the U-turn, then back up. Bring the thread to the left to thread the take-up lever. Now bring the thread down again, behind the thread guide, then thread the needle. Your machine is very easy to thread. Just follow these steps to thread the machine correctly. First, turn the hand wheel toward you until the needle is in its highest position and the thread take-up is visible. Raise the presser foot lifter. Place the thread on the spool pin with the thread coming off the spool like this. If your thread spool has a groove on the edge, place this end of the spool to the right so your thread doesn't get caught while sewing. Set the spool holder in place. For larger spools of thread, use the large spool holder. For medium-sized thread spools, use the medium spool holder. And for smaller spools of thread, use the small spool holder. Snap the thread into this guide. Bring the thread around this guide, and then pull it into the pre-tension discs. When you pull the thread into the pre-tension discs, pass the thread between the plates. Guide the thread to the bottom of the groove on the front of the machine. Do a U-turn around the inside of the tab and then bring the thread straight up. Pass the thread through the thread take-up lever from right to left. Pull the thread into the inside of the take-up lever until it reaches the eye of the lever. Guide the thread down and then into the thread guide located just above the needle. Your machine features a built-in needle threader to help you thread the needle quickly and effortlessly. Here's how it works. With the needle in highest position, pull the lever down as far as it will go, then push the lever back until the threader is guided into the eye of the needle. Pass the thread around the thread guide at the left. Then, pass the thread in front of the needle, under the hook from bottom to top. Release the lever and the thread will pull through the needle's eye from front to back. Place the thread tail under the presser foot to begin sewing. If your machine has this style of needle plate, you will need to draw up the bobbin thread before starting to sew. Hold the upper thread in your left hand while turning the hand wheel toward you. Pull the upper thread to draw up the bobbin thread, then place the thread tails under the presser foot to begin sewing. You are now ready to sew. Be sure to test your stitch before you start your project. When the machine is turned on, straight stitch is selected automatically. Place the fabric under the presser foot and then lower the foot. Start sewing. When you sew, if you find that you have a lot of thread accumulating on the underside of the fabric, this means that you have actually threaded the upper thread incorrectly. Just raise the presser foot lifter, remove the upper thread, and rethread the machine.